Hello and welcome to the Web Design Basic course. So in this course, first we will discuss Introduction to Web Design. So in this module, we will discuss what web design is, the elements of web design, and the basic principle involved in developing a website. Moving forward, we will discuss website design and planning. So in this module, we will discuss the design specification and technical specification involved in web designing along with the steps involved in design and planning. Third, we will discuss front-end web development like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So this module will cover the fundamentals of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, essential for creating the structure, style, and interactivity of a website. Moving forward, we will discuss content consideration. So in this module, we will discuss the factors that need to be considered while gathering content for your website. And the next is UI user experience. So in this module, we will discuss the difference between UI user interface. So now let's move forward and discuss Introduction to Web Design. So web design is a fundamental aspect of the digital world, playing a pivotal role in creating the online experience we engage with daily. From the simplicity of a personal blog to the complexity of an e-commerce website, web design influences how users interact with websites. So now let's move forward and discuss what is web design. So web design refers to the process of planning, conceptualizing, and arranging content and elements of a website. So this process includes everything from layout and colors to fonts and user interface design, ensuring a seamless and visually appealing experience for the user. While web design was once solely about creating visually attractive websites, it has evolved to include user experience, UX, and user interface design. Today, web design encompasses not just how websites look, but how they function. It aims to ensure that visitors have an intuitive, engaging, and productive interaction with the website. So web design is multidisciplinary field that combines aesthetics, visual design, functionality development, and usability. It requires creativity, technical skills, and an understanding of how users behave and interact with the digital content. For example, when you visit Apple website, the design is perfect illustration of web design principles. The homepage features a clean minimalist layout with large images of their latest product, emphasizing a clean, sleek, modern look. The use of white space ensures the content doesn't feel cluttered, allowing users to focus on the product. The navigation is simple and intuitive with a fixed menu at the top that lets users easily move between different product categories such as iPhone, Mac, and Apple Watch. The website is also highly responsive, adjusting its layout seamlessly for different screen sizes, whether on desktop or mobile, providing a consistent experience for all the users. So this examples highlights how web design is not only about aesthetics, but also about ensuring functionality, usability, and an engaging user experience. It shows how layout, color, typography, and user interface elements come together to form effective user-centered design. So now let's move forward and discuss types of web design. So web design can be categorized into several types, each suited for different purpose and user interaction. The design pattern you choose largely depends on the functionality of the website and the goals it needs to achieve. So let's explore the most common types of web design. The first one is static website design. So a static website is one where the content remains the same for every user and doesn't change unless manually updated by the developer. So these websites are typically built using HTML and CSS and are ideally for showcasing content that doesn't require frequent changes, such as informational websites, portfolios, or blogs. Static websites don't involve user interaction beyond simple navigation, making them easier and quicker to develop. However, they are limited in terms of scalability and interactivity. The second is dynamic website design. A dynamic website allows content to change based on user interaction, preferences, or time of the day. These websites rely on server-side scripting like PHP, JavaScript, or Ruby to deliver personalized content. For example, a dynamic website can display specific product recommendations based on a user's browsing history or location. Dynamic websites are ideal for businesses or websites that require constant updates, such as social media sites, blogs, or news websites. The third one is e-commerce website design. E-commerce websites are designed for shopping and allow businesses to sell their products or services directly to the customers. These websites typically feature product pages, shopping carts, payment gateway, and customer reviews. So the design of an e-commerce website needs to be prioritize ease of navigation, a smooth checkout process, and secure payment method to enhance the shopping experience and maximize conversions. Fourth one is flat design. Flat design is minimalist approach that emphasizes simplicity, clean lines, and vibrant colors while avoiding the use of textures, shadows, or gradients. This design style is all about delivering a straightforward, visually appealing interface that is user-friendly. The absence of 3D effects and the focus on typography, icons, and color make it an ideal choice for modern websites, specifically for mobile responsive design. The fifth one is neuromorphic design. Neuromorphic design mimics real-world interaction and textures, aiming to create a more realistic tactile experience on digital platforms. It incorporates elements that resemble physical button, cards, or surface, with a soft 3D effect, often giving a real-world touch. This design style blends realism with digital functionality, making it more interactive and intuitive. The sixth one is minimalism design. Minimalism design focuses on simplicity by stripping away unnecessary elements and clutter, allowing the most important content to shine. It emphasizes clean lines, ample white space, and a focus on only essential design elements. So, minimalism helps users stay focused on key information without distraction, making it an ideal design approach for enhancing user experience and clarity. So each type of web design has its unique feature, and choosing the right one depends on the nature of the website and the goals it aims to achieve. So whether you need a simple information website, a dynamic user-driven site, or an e-commerce platform, understanding these design types is crucial for creating a functional and engaging web experience. So now let's move forward and see some elements of web design. So a website design is composed of various elements that comes together to create a cohesive online presence. So understanding these elements is essential for anyone involved in the creation of improvement of website. So let's break down the core components. The first one is layout. So layout refers to how a website content is structured and arranged on the page. A clean, easy to navigate layout allows users to find the information they need quickly. The layout can include headers, footers, navigation menus, and content areas. So their design should ensure that visitors can easily move from one selection to another without feeling lost or confused. So there are various types of layouts. The first one is F layout, a layout where the most important elements are placed in top left to the bottom right direction. The second one is Z layout, a pattern where content is arranged in Z shape, guiding the user's eyes across the page. And the third one is grid-based layout, a more structured layout using columns and rows to create a balanced design. And the next one is typography. Typography is the art and technique of arranging text in a way that makes it easy to read and visually appealing. The choice of fonts, their sizes, spacing, and colors all play an essential role in setting the tone and improving user experience. When designing a website, it's important to choose legible fonts and maintain consistency in font uses. The third one is color scheme. Color is the one of the most important aspect of web design. The color palette used on a website influences the overall mood and perception of the brand. For example, blue often represents trustworthiness, while red can create a sense of urgency or excitement. So the color should also complement the brand identity, as well as the accessible to all users, including those with visual impairments. The fourth one is images and graphics. Images are essential to break up text and make a website visually engaging. They help convey the message more effectively and make content more digestible. However, images should be optimized to prevent slow loading times, which can frustrate users and increase bounce rates. Graphics, such as icons, buttons, and other UI elements, should be consistent in style and help improve the user experience. The fifth one is navigation. Navigation is crucial for guiding users through the website. A well-designed navigation system helps visitors find information quickly and easily. So key elements of navigation system include: first one is menus, whether it's a top navigation bar or a side menu. Menus should be easy to find and use. Second is search bar. For larger websites, search bars help users locate specific content. So a good navigation system not only improves usability but also affects SEO, helping search engines index content effectively. And the sixth one is responsiveness. In today's digital age, website must be optimized for a wide range of devices, including desktop, tablets, and smartphones. Responsive web design ensures that a website's layout and content adapt to fit different screen sizes and resolution. So this is crucial as mobile traffic continues to increase and search engines like Google prioritize mobile-friendly website in their ranking. And the seventh one is CTA, call to action. A call to action is a prompt that encourages users to take a specific action, such as sign up, learn more, or buy now. CTAs guide the user toward conversion goals and should be strategically placed on key pages, like product or landing page. The design of CTAs should make them stand out but not overwhelm the rest of the content. And the eighth is user feedback. User feedback mechanisms such as forms, surveys, and comment section are essential for understanding how users are interacting with the website. They help identify the areas for improvement and provide insight into user preferences and behaviors. So after seeing elements of web design, let's see some basic principles of web design. So the effectiveness of the web design isn't just about the technicalities or aesthetics. It's about ensuring that the website serves its purpose effectively and delivers a seamless user experience. So here are some fundamental principles to guide web designers. The first one is simplicity. One of the most important principles of the web design is simplicity. Overcomplicating a website design can refuse or confuse users and detract from the core message. A clean, simple design that focuses on usability ensures that visitor can quickly find what they need. The second is consistency. A consistency in design elements such as colors, fonts, and layout helps build cohesive look across the entire website. It also improves usability as users know what to expect across different pages. So consistency fosters brand identity and create a professional appearance. The third is visual hierarchy. Visual hierarchy refers to the arrangement of elements on the page in a way that reflects their importance. So by using varying font size, colors, and positioning, designers can guide users' attention to specific elements such as CTAs or key messages. This makes the site more intuitive and ensures that visitors take the desired action. The fourth one is user-centered design. A user-centered approach puts the needs and behaviors of the target audience at the heart of the design process. So this principle involves conducting user research, testing, and iterating based on feedback. So understanding the audience pain points and preferences is essential for creating a positive user experience. So the fifth one is accessibility. Accessibility ensures that websites are usable by people with disabilities. This includes designing for users who may rely on screen readers or keyboard navigation. The sixth one is performance optimization. A website performance can impact user experience significantly. Slow loading times can lead to high bounce rates and low user engagement. So optimizing images, reducing unnecessary scripts, and leveraging browsers caching are some techniques to enhance website performance. And the seventh one is mobile first design. With the majority of content traffic now coming from mobile devices, designing with mobile first approach has become crucial. This approach ensures that websites are responsive, load efficiently and mobile devices, and provide a seamless experience for the mobile users. And the last one is SEO best practices. Web design should also take SEO into consideration. SEO-friendly design helps search engines crawl and index the site effectively, increasing its visibility in search results. Some SEO best practices include optimizing images, using clean URLs, and ensuring fast load times. So web design is a dynamic and multifaceted field that combines creativity, technical skills, and understanding of the user behavior. So in the next modules, we will learn what is website design and planning with the full detailed guide. Website design and planning. So website design is one of the most critical aspect of building an online presence. Whether you are creating a personal blog, an e-commerce site, or a corporate website, the design and a planning stages are crucial to ensuring the website success. Effective website design combines visual appeal, functionality, user experience, and technical considerations to create a seamless platform for users to interact with. So in this module, we will cover the design specification and technical specification involved in web designing or website designing. Additionally, we will discuss the key steps in design planning to ensure that your website is functional, aesthetically pleasing, and user friendly. So let's understand website design specification. So website design specification encompasses the overall visual look and interactive elements of a website. These specifications dictate how the website will look and feel to its visitors and can include several design related elements. So let's dive deeper into the primary design specification you must consider. So the first one is layout and structure. Layout refers to the arrangement of the elements on the web page such as navigation menus, headers, footers, images, and text blocks. The layout dictates how content is organized and how users interact with the website. A good layout allows users to find the way what they are looking for and quickly intuitively. So the key points to consider, the first one is grid based design. A common layout structure is specifically for responsive websites, user grids to create a balanced, well aligned design. The second one is hierarchy. Design should guide the visitor's eye toward the most important sections of the page, such as CTAs, call to action, and key content areas. The second one is typography. Typography plays major role in overall look and feel of a website. The choice of fonts, their size, spacing, and color all contribute to website aesthetic and readability. So key points to consider, the first one is font selection. Choose web-safe fonts like Arial, Georgia, or Helvetica. Custom fonts can be used for branding purpose but should be web-friendly. The second one is legibility. Ensure the fonts are large enough to be easily readable on all screen sizes. Avoid overly styled font that may be hard to read, especially for body text. The third one is line height. Proper line spacing improves readability, making it easier for users to scan content. The third one is color scheme. Colors convey emotions and set the tone of a website. For instance, blue is often associated with trust, while red can evoke urgency or excitement. The color scheme needs to align with the website branding and goals. Key points to consider are brand consistency. Use colors that reflect the brand's identity. The second is contrast and accessibility. Ensure that text contrasts enough with the background to maintain readability. Pay special attention to users with color vision deficiency. The third is complementary color palette. Select a primary color, secondary color, and accent colors for consistency across the website. The fourth is visual elements. Visuals such as images, videos, graphics, and icons enhance the design of the website and help in content delivery. So these elements can also increase user engagement and keep the visitors interested. Key point to consider are image quality. High quality relevant images are essential for a professional look. Avoid pixelated or irrelevant images. The second one is optimization. Images should be compressed to avoid long loading times. The third is consistency. Visual elements like icons and illustrations should be consistent in style and tone throughout the website. Fifth point is UI element, or you can say user interface elements. So UI elements are interactive components that users click, tap, or hover over, so such as buttons, sliders, and input fields. So the design of these elements affect the usability and overall user experience. So key point to consider, first one is responsive design. UI element must function smoothly on all devices, whether on mobile phones, tablets, or desktop. The second point is visual feedback. Ensure that buttons or links provide visual feedback when clicked or hovered over, confirming that an action has been taken. The third one is accessibility. Make sure UI elements are accessible to all users, including those with disabilities. This includes keyword navigation and screen reader compatibility. So now, after seeing website design specification, now let's understand technical specification in web design. The first one is web development languages. A website functionality relies on various programming languages. Different languages serve different purpose in the development process. So key language involved, the first one is HTML, Hypertext Markup Language. So it is the backbone of web content. HTML defines the structure of the website, including headings, paragraph, links, and multimedia elements. The second one is CSS, Cascading Style Sheet. CSS is used to style the website. It defines the visual layout, colors, typography, and positioning of HTML elements. The third is JavaScript. JavaScript adds interactivity to the website. It is used for the things like dynamic content loading, form validation, and animation. The fourth one is backend languages. Server-side languages such as PHP, Python, Ruby, and Node.js handle tasks like database management and user authentication. And the second one is content management system. So content management system, CMS, is software that helps user create, manage, and modify digital content without needing extensive technical knowledge. So popular CMS platforms include, the first one is WordPress. WordPress is one of the most widely used CMS platforms, ideal for blogs, small business, and portfolio. The second one is Joomla and Drupal. These CMS platforms are best for complex websites and offer flexibility in terms of customization. The third one is custom built CMS. Some websites require a unique CMS tailored to their specific needs. This often involves more complex backend programming. The third one is hosting and domain. Every website needs a domain name, that web address, and hosting, the servers that stores the website site. So when selecting hosting, the specification to be considered include, the first one is shared hosting. Multiple websites share server resources, making it an affordable option. Dedicated hosted. One website has an entire server to itself, offering better performance and control. The third one is cloud hosting. Websites are hosted on a network of servers, providing scalability and flexibility for high traffic websites. And the fourth one is performance optimization. Website performance is crucial for user experience and SEO ranking. If a website loads slowly, users may leave before it even fully loads. The key performance consideration is page speed. Use tools like Google Page Speed Insight to analyze and improve load times. The second one is image optimization. Compress images without losing quantity and quality to reduce load times. The third one is caching. Implement browser and server-side caching to reduce the need for reloading resources on each widget. The fifth one is search engine optimization, SEO. SEO is the process of optimizing a website so that it ranks well on search engines like Google. So this involves technical aspects such as meta tags. This is the use of title tags and meta descriptions to provide information to the search engines. The second is URL. So clean and descriptive URLs that help search engines understand the content. The third is mobile optimization. So Google ranks mobile-friendly website higher, so it is crucial to ensure that the website is responsive and performance well on the mobile devices. So now let's move forward and see steps involved in website design planning. So now that we have covered the key design and technical specification, let's dive into the steps involved in website design planning. So this process ensures that the design is well thought out, aligned with goals, and structured for the success. So the first one is define the website's purpose and goal. So the first step is planning a website is determining its purpose, whether it's an e-commerce site, a portfolio, or a blog. Defining the goal will guide all design decisions. So the key consideration are the target audience. Understand who will be visiting the site, their preference, and what they are looking for. An objective should be define specific goals such as increasing sales, providing information, or building an online community. The second one is plan the site's structure and content. So create a sitemap to outline the structure of the website. This visual representation shows how pages are connected and helps organize content logically. Identify the key pages such as the home page, about us, service, products, and contact page. The second is content hierarchy. Decide what content will go on each page and prioritize it based on the importance. And the third one is wireframing. Use wireframes to sketch basic page layouts. So these are low fidelity representation of the website structure and layout. The third one is design the user interface, UI. Once the structure is defined, the next step is to design the website's UI. This steps involves creating visual elements like headers, button, navigation menus, and form fields. The steps are visual style guide. Create a style guide that defines color schemes, typography, and visual components. Second is prototype design. Develop high fidelity prototypes to visualize how the site will look and function. The third one is usability testing. Test the design with real users to ensure that it's intuitive and functional. Fourth one is select the right technology stack. Determine the technologies needed to build the website. This includes selecting CMS platforms, programming languages, databases, and frameworks. The steps include choose CMS. Based on the website requirement, decide whether a CMS like WordPress or a custom solution is best. Second is select hosting. Based on performance needs, decide on a hosting solution, shared, dedicated, or cloud hosting. The fifth one is development and testing. Once the design is finalized, it's time to begin development. Front-end developers work on the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, while the back-end developers handle server-side functionality. So key points are responsive design ensures that the website is mobile-friendly, cross-browser compatibility, test the site across different browsers to ensure consistency. The third is bug testing. Conduct thorough testing to identify and fix bugs or errors. The last one is launch and continuous improvement. Once the website is built and tested, it's time for the launch. However, the work doesn't stop here. Continuous monitoring and improvement are crucial. The steps are launch the website, monitor performance, iterate and update. Regularly update the websites to keep it fresh, functional, and aligned with the user's needs. So, in conclusion, website design and planning are critical steps in building a successful online presence. By carefully considering design and technical specification, as well as following a structured planning process, you can create a website that is not only visually appealing but also functional, user friendly, and technical robust. Hello and welcome to the front-end web development module. So front-end development is a crucial aspect of the web design, responsible for the structure, style, and interactive of a website. The front end is the part of the website that users see and interact with directly, plays a significant role in the user experience, UX, and the user interface. Core technologies used in front end development are HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So these three languages form the foundation of the modern web development, allowing developers to create websites that are not only functional but also aesthetically pleasing and interactive. So in this module, we will dive deep into each of these technologies and explore how they work to build a complete web experience. So the first one is HTML, the structure of the web. HTML or hypertext markup language is the foundation language of web development. It is used to create the structure of the web page, defining the various elements on the page such as headings, paragraphs, images, links, and more. HTML uses a system of tags to structure content and it's often referred to as the skeleton of the website. So how HTMLs work? HTML is based on a system of tags that defines the structure of the web page. These tags are enclosed in angle brackets like these, and most elements come in pairs, an opening tag and a closing tag. So the content between these tags is rendered by the browser and displayed as a part of the website. HTML is typically organized into several key sections. First one is HTML document structure. So here you can see this is the HTML document structure. An HTML document follows a standard structure that includes a doc type declaration. Here you can see doc type declaration followed by the HTML head and body sections. Here you can see the head part, the body part. Okay, so this is the basic example. So here the doc type HTML declaration informs the browsers that the document is an HTML5 document, and the HTML tag wraps the entire content of the web page. Here you can see this is the closing and this is the opening tag, and the head tag. This head tag contains metadata including the character set, viewport section, settings, the title of the page which appears in the browser's tab. And the body tag, this body tag contains the visible content such as heading, paragraphs, images, and the links. So there are some common HTML tags as well, like H1 tag. So H1 tags are headings tags. So these are H1, H2, H3 till H6. So these tags define different levels of headings for structuring the content hierarchically. Then there are paragraph tags as well, P tag, used to define blocks of text. And there are A tag as well, used for creating hyperlinking to other pages or resources. And there are images tags as well. which are IMG, embeds images into the web page. So HTML provides a broad set of tags, each serving a specific purpose in structuring web content. And why HTML is essential? HTML provides the foundation of any website. Without HTML, a web page would not have any content, as HTML structures the text, images, links, and other elements into a coherent, understandable format. So it is the first language any web developer must learn before diving into advanced front-end development. The second is CSS, the style and the presentation. While HTML provides the structure, CSS cascading style sheets is responsible for the visual presentation and the styling of the website. CSS allows developers to control the layout, colors, fonts, and spacing of the web page, as well as its responsiveness to different screen sizes. By separating the content HTML from its design CSS, developers can easily manage the look and feel of the website without altering its structure. So how CSS works? CSS works by targeting HTML elements and applying specific styles to them. These styles are defined in rules made up of selector and the declaration block. So here is an example of CSS. In this, H1 is the selector which targets all H1 elements. The declaration block, these are the declaration block. Here you can see color, font, margin, border, background color. So color changes the text color to the specific one. Font size sets the font size to the pixels. Text align centers the text align with the container. So here you can see selectors are there. So selectors target specific HTML elements to apply style to them. There are different types of selector. Element selector, which are H1, paragraph tag, class selector, dot class name, like here you can see dot box. So here class name is box. ID selector, which are come using this hashtag. For ID, you have to target an element with a specific ID using hashtag. Here you can see the special is the ID. And there are universal selector as well, which comes using star, which will target all the elements of the page. So there are box model as well. The CSS box model defines the layout and spacing of the element. It includes content, padding, border, and margin. Content is the actual content of the element, text or images. Padding is space between the content and the element's border. The border is the border surrounding the padding and the content. Margin is space between the element's border and the other elements. The third comes positioning. CSS allows developers to control how elements are positioned on the page. First one is static, default positioning. And the second is relative, which is position relative to its normal position. The third is absolute, position relative to nearest position ancestor. And there is fixed as well. So what is responsive design? With the rise of mobile devices, CSS has evolved the support responsive design, which allows website to adjust their layout depending on the device screen size. This is achieved through the use of media queries in the CSS. So why CSS is essential? CSS is essential because it gives websites their look and feel. It allows web developers to create visually engaging, user-friendly websites that are consistent across all the pages. Without CSS, web page would be basic and plain, with no styling, which would greatly reduce the user experience. And the third comes JavaScript, the interactivity. JavaScript is a programming language that enables developers to create dynamic and interactive websites. While HTML and CSS provide the structure and style, JavaScript is responsible for making a website interactive and responsive. From form validation to interactive maps, JavaScript is the technology that brings website to the life. So how JavaScripts work? JavaScripts can be used to manipulate the document object model, which is DOM, which represent the structure of an HTML document. Through the DOM, JavaScripts can interact with and modify the content and structure of the web page. Without requiring the page to reload, JavaScript can be added to the web page in three main ways. The first one is inline JavaScript, using the onClick attribute directly within an HTML element. The second is internal JavaScript, placing JavaScript code within a script tag in the HTML document. The third one is JavaScript, external JavaScript, linking to an external .js file. So this is an example of simple JavaScript function that changes the text of an HTML element when the button is clicked. In this onClick attribute triggers the change text function, when the button is clicked, and the change text function modifies the content of the p tag by accessing its text id by changing its inner html. So there are key javascript concepts as well. The first one is variable and data types. JavaScripts allow developers to store data using variables. So there are common data types include string, which are text data, hello world, number, which are numeric data like 10, 5.5, boolean, which are true or false, array, a list of values, object, a collection of key value pairs. So here is an example you can see. This is the string, this is the number, this is the boolean, this is the array, and this is the object data types. Fine. The next comes functions. Functions are reusable blocks of code that performs a specific task. For example, you can see here. And the next come events. JavaScripts can respond to user actions such as clicking a button or typing in a form. These actions are known as events. JavaScript allows developers to handle these events and create interactive elements on the web page. Example you can see here. And then comes AJAX, asynchronous JavaScript XML. AJAX allows developers to fetch and send data to the servers asynchronously without refreshing the page. This is essential for creating smooth dynamic web applications like social media sites, online stores, and other things. So why JavaScript is essential? JavaScript is essential because it adds interactivity to the website, making it dynamic and engaging. Without JavaScript, website would be static, meaning users could only view content without interacting with it. JavaScripts enable features like form validation, interactive maps, real-time notification, and much more. In conclusion, the front-end web development, HTML, CSS, and JavaScripts are the core technologies that together create functional, visual appealing, and interactive websites. HTML provides the structure, CSS adds the style and presentation, and JavaScript introduces the interactivity and dynamic content. So mastering these technologies is essential for anyone looking to become a proficient web developer, as they form the foundation of all modern web development. So in the next module, we will talk about content consideration for the website development. Welcome to the fourth module, content consideration for website development. When developing a website, content is one of the most critical aspects to consider. Whether you are building blog, a corporate website, or an e-commerce store, the content is what communities the message, encourage visitors, and drive conversation. So in fact, the content is one of the most backbone of your website. However, creating effective websites content requires thoughtful planning and a deep understanding of various factors that shape how content will perform. So in this module, we will explore the key factors to consider when gathering content for your website. These factors include understanding your audience, defining the purpose of the website, ensuring the content is valuable and high quality, SEO consideration, and the plan for the future content updates. So let's jump into the first factor, which is defining the purpose of your website. Before gathering content for your website, you need to clearly define the purpose of your website. This is essential because the content you choose to display should align with your website's goal. Without a clear purpose, the content may not resonate with your audience or achieve the desired outcome. The key question to ask yourself is, what is the goal of the website? What do you want visitors to do when they land on your website? Who is your target audience? So what is the goal of your website? Is it to inform, sell, entertain, or connect people? The second one is, what do you want visitors to do when they land on your website? So do you want them to make a purchase, sign up for a newsletter, or simply learn more about a specific topic? And the third one is, who is your target audience? Understanding your audience age, gender, interest, and preferences will influence the tone, style, and the type of content you include. For example, an e-commerce website will focus heavily on product description, pricing, and call to action, while a personal blog may focus on storytelling and detailed articles. So understanding the website's goal early in the content gathering process will ensure the website stay focused and effective. Second factor is understanding your audience. So one of the most important factor to consider when gathering content for your website is your target audience. Content should always be tailored to the audience you want to attract. Different types of content appeal to different audiences, and understanding your audience need, behaviors, and preferences will help you create relevant and engaging content. So understanding the demographic of your audience is essential as in selecting the right content. So this includes age group. Content that appeals to teenagers will differ significantly from the aimed at middle-aged professionals. Gender. Certain product, service, or topics might appeal more to one gender than the other, influencing the language, tone, and imagery used. The third one is geographical location. Localized content can be more relevant if you are targeting specific cities, countries, or regions. The second is behavioral insight. Analyzing how users interact with your website can also give you valuable insights. For example, the first one, search intent. Are visitors coming to your website to solve a problem or get information or make a purchase? So, understanding their search intent can help guide your content strategy. The second one is previous engagement. How have users interacted with your past content? Are there pages with higher engagement? Which topics attract more visitors? Use this information to plan future content. The third one is pain points. So, what are the challenges or questions that your target audience needs? What are the solutions? Addressing these concerns in your content can increase engagement and the trust. So, the third factor is content type and variety. So, when gathering content for your website, consider the types of content that will be best communicate your message and engage your target audience. So different types of content serve different purpose, and the variety you choose will contribute to the overall success of your site. So there are type of content. The first one is text content, which are articles, blogs, case studies, and facts. So articles and blogs. So these are the backbone of most websites. They allow you to present information, share expertise, and engage with your audience. So blogs can be used for various purposes such as SEO, content marketing, and thought leadership. The second is case studies. These provide real world examples of how your products or service have helped customers, showcasing for your value proposition. The third is fact, frequently asked question. It helps clearly to clarify common doubts and improve user experience by providing instant answer to your queries. The second is visual content, images, videos, infographics. Images, high quality relevant images can enhance the look of your website and help illustrate your message. This could include product photos, team images, or industry related visuals. The second is videos. Videos are highly engaging and can be used to explain concepts, shows, product demos, or tell your brand story. YouTube videos or embedded videos content can also be boost engagement on your website. Infographics. Infographics are a powerful way to convey complex information in easy to understand, visually appealing format. So they are particularly effective for summarizing data, research, and statistics. The third one is interactive content, which consider forms, polls, surveys, and quizzes. So forms such as contact forms, sign-up forms, and feedback forms are necessary for gathering user information and generating leads. Polls and surveys. These engage your audience while collecting feedback, which is crucial for improving services or products. The third one is quizzes. Engaging quizzes or assessments allow users to interact with your content and provide valuable insights into user preference. The fourth one is user generated content, which are reviews, testimonial, and comments. Reviews and testimonial, customer reviews and testimonial build trust and credibility. Positive feedback helps improve brand reputation and encourages conversation. The second is comments and forums. Allowing visitors to comment or engage in forums give them a voice and foster community interaction on your website. The fourth factor is content quality and relevance. Content quality is paramount. In fact, high quality content is one of the most significant factors that influence the performance of the website. Poor quality content can turn users away and harm your website reputation, while high quality content keeps user engaged and build that trust. So there are some characteristics of quality content. The first one is accurate and reliable. Content should be fast checked and based on credible sources. This is especially important for informational or educational websites. The second is engaging and useful. The content should be written in a way that engages the audience and offers them something of value. This could include solving a problem, answering a question, or providing entertainment. The third one is well structured. Organizing content into readable sections with clear headings and bullet points make it more digestible for users. This also helps with SEO. The fourth one is compelling and persuasive. Good content often includes compelling calls to action CTAs that drives users to take the next step, whether it's making a purchase, subscribing to a newsletter, or sharing content. Whereas relevance, the content should be directly aligned with your audience interest and needs. Off-topic content can be disengage visitors and hurt your SEO. For example, if your website is about healthy eating, posting content about fitness gear might not be as relevant as recipe blog or nutrition advice. And the fifth factor is search engine optimization SEO concept. So SEO is critical when gathering content for your website. It ensures that your content is discoverable by search engines and ranks highly in search results. While content should be user-centric, optimizing it for search engine increase the chances of attracting organic traffic. So there are some SEO strategies like keyword research. Before gathering content, research the keywords your audience is searching for. Tools like Google Keyword Planner, SEMrush, and Hrefs can help identify high traffic relevant keywords for your content. The second is on-page SEO. Ensure each page on your website is optimized for the target keyword. This includes using the keyword in the page title, headings, and throughout the content, including meta description and image alt text, ensuring URL structure is SEO friendly. The third one is content length. Long form content generally ranks better on Google. Articles and blog posts that provide in-depth coverage of a topic tend to perform better in searches. Fourth one is internal linking. Linking to other relevant content within your website improves SEO and enhances the user experience. And come mobile optimization. Since mobile traffic is growing, ensure that your content is optimized for mobile devices. This includes responsive design, fast loading speed, and mobile friendly media. And the sixth factor is content maintenance and update. Content should never be static. Website needs to be updated regularly to keep them fresh, relevant, and accurate. Content maintenance is crucial for retaining visitor and boosting SEO ranking. So there are some content maintenance tips. The first one is review and update old content. In period, review your existing content and update it with new information, statistics, and examples to ensure it remains relevant. The second is regularly add new content. Continuously adding new blog posts, product pages, and other content helps keep your website engaging and boost SEO. The third one is monitor analytics. Use tools like Google Analytics to track which content performs well and which doesn't. This will give you valuable insights into what your audience like and help you refine your content strategy. And the last point is legal and ethical consideration. As you gather content for your website, it is crucial to be aware of legal and ethical guidelines. This ensures that you respect copyright laws, provide proper attribution, and maintain trust with your audience. So there are some key legal considerations. The first one is copyright. Always ensure that you have permission to use images, videos, music, and other on your website. The second one is privacy and security. If you collect personal data, that is email addresses, ensure your website complies with data protection laws like GDPR, provide clear privacy policies and terms of service to your user. In conclusion, gathering content for your website is not just about writing text or uploading images. It's a comprehensive process that requires strategic thinking and careful planning. So understanding your audience, defining the purpose of your website, and ensuring that your content is high quality, relevant, and optimized for your search engines are essential steps in creating an effective website. So by following these content consideration, you can build a website that not only engages visitors, but also ranks well in search engines, enhances user experience, and drives conversation is the key to online success. The effort you put into curating valuable, compelling, and relevant content will pay off in the long run. So in the next module, we will learn about UI UX design. Welcome to this UI UX experience module. So in today's fast-paced digital world, web design has become a crucial aspect of business success. When people visit a website or an app, their overall experience depends heavily on how well the interface is designed and how smoothly they can interact with it. This is where the terms UI user interface and US user experience comes into play. These two terms are often used interchangeably, but they represent different aspects of the design process. So understanding difference between UI and UX and how they work together is essential for creating a seamless and engaging experience for the user. So in this module, we will explore the fundamental differences between UI and UX, how they are interconnected, and how both elements impact web design. By the end of this module, you will have a deeper understanding of why UI UX design is so crucial to the success of the modern website and the digital products. So let's start with what is UI or user interface. UI or user interface refers to the visual elements that user interacts with on a website or application. It's everything that user can see and click on, including buttons, icons, menus, text, and images. UI design focuses on how the interface looks and how these visual elements are arranged to ensure that users can navigate the interface easily and efficiently. So there are some key aspects of UI design. The first one is layout and structure. The layout is how elements are arranged on the screen. A good layout ensures that the interface is organized, intuitive, and easy to navigate. Example is when you visit a website like CNN, the layout typically includes a navigation bar at the top, followed by features, articles, trending news, and categories on the left side. These structures help user easily locate and explore different sections. The second one is visual design. Visual design includes the selection of color schemes, typography, icons, and imagery. It ensures that the website is visually appealing and that elements are designed with the user in mind. Example is Apple website is a classic example of minimalistic yet impactful visual design. Its use of large high quality images, clean fonts, and white space make it easy for users to focus on product without being distracted unnecessary design elements. And the third point is interactivity. UI design ensures that the interactive elements like buttons, links, and forms are easy to use and respond correctly when clicked or hovered over. Example is on e-commerce site like Amazon, the add to cart button is prominently displayed and changes color when hovered over. This feedback ensures users know that the button is clickable and ready to perform an action. And the fourth point is consistency. UI design must ensure consistency across the website or app, maintaining the same color scheme, typography, button styles, and layout throughout the pages. So this uniformity makes the interface predictable and easy to use. Example is Facebook maintains consistency in its UI design by using the same button style, font, and color schemes across all its pages, making navigation simple and intuitive for the users. So now let's come to the point, why is UI important? So a well-designed UI enhances the user's visual experience and guides them toward achieving their goals. Whether it's finding information, purchasing a product, or interacting with content. The UI is directly responsible for how users perceive and interact with the website. Good UI design can lead to increased user satisfaction, higher conversion rates, and improve engagement with the website or the app. So after understanding UI, now let's understand what is UX or user experience. UX or user experience is a broader concept that encompasses the overall experience a user has while interacting with a website or application. It focuses on the user's journey and emotions, ensuring that the process is smooth, intuitive, and satisfying. While UI deals with the aesthetics and visual elements of a website, UX deals with the functionality and usability of the entire user journey. So there are some key aspects of the UX design. While UI deals with the aesthetic and visual elements of a website, UX deals with the functionality and the usability of the entire user journey. So there are some key aspects of UX design. The first one is usability. Usability refers to how easy and intuitive it is for users to interact with a website or app. A good UX design ensures that the users can perform tasks quickly and efficiently without frustration. For example, Google search engine is a great example of usability. The interface is simple with prominent search bar and minimal distraction. Users can easily search for the information without feeling overwhelmed by the unnecessary options or design elements. The second one is user flow. User flow is the path that the user takes to complete a specific task. such as signing up for the account, completing a purchase, or submitting a form. UX designer carefully map out this journey to ensure that it's logical, efficient, and frictionless. Example is when purchasing a product on Amazon, the user flow involves selecting a product, adding it to the cart, proceeding to the checkout, and entering the payment details. Each step is clearly defined with the minimal steps required to complete the purchase. The third one is accessibility. Accessibility refers to designing website and application in a way that allow all users, including those with disabilities, to use them easily. Good UX ensures that websites are accessible to people with visual impairments, hearing loss, or motor disabilities. Example is BBZ's website is designed to be accessible with features like high contrast text for visually impaired users and text to speech for the audio content. This makes the website usable for the wider audience. The fourth one is research and testing. UX design is driven by research and user testing. Designer conduct surveys, interviews, and usability tests to understand the needs, preferences, and behaviors of users. This data helps inform design decisions and improve the overall user experience. Example is Airbnb used A/B testing to compare different layouts, features, and design to see which version provides the best user experience. Based on user feedback and behavior, they continuously refine their performance. The fifth one is emotional impact. UX design also considers the emotional journey of the user. A website or app that delights and engages users will leave them with a positive experience, while a confusing or frustrating interface can lead to negative feelings. Example is Spotify. Spotify provides a seamless experience by offering personalized playlist recommendation and visually appealing interface. So this creates an emotional connection with users, making them feel valued and understood. So now let's come, why is UX important? So UX is essential because it directly affects user satisfaction, engagement, and retention. A well-designed UX ensures that users can easily navigate through a website or app, complete tasks efficiently, and have an overall enjoyable experience. A positive UX not only increases the chances of users returning but also enhances the brand loyalty, driving long-term success. So after understanding UI and UX, let's see some difference between UI and UX. So while UI and UX are both essential to web design, they represent different aspects of the user experience. First point is focus. UI focuses on the look and feel of the website. It deals with the visual elements like colors, fonts, buttons, and layout. Whereas UX focuses on the overall experience and interaction. It deals with how a user feels while navigating the website and how it is for them to accomplish their goals. The second is scope. UI is a subset of UX. While UI focuses on the visual design, UX encompasses the entire user journey, from the first interaction to the final task completion. Whereas UX is the broader because it takes into account the entire user journey, including research, testing, wireframing, and overall usability. The third point is goals. UI aims to make the interface visually appealing, ensuring it is intuitive, consistent, and aesthetically pleasing. Whereas UX aims to create a seamless experience that meets the user's needs and goals, ensuring ease of use and the satisfaction. So here is the example of UI UX working together. So a great example of UI UX working together can be seen in Netflix. So the UI of Netflix is visually appealing with its use of bold images, clean typography, and a dark color palette. The navigation is intuitive and the users can easily find and select shows to watch. On the other hand, Netflix UX is designed to provide an optimal experience by offering personalized recommendations, easy content discovery, and a smooth playback feature. The entire user journey from signing up to the choosing a show and watching it, it is designed to be efficient, enjoyable, and personalized together. The UI UX create a seamless and delightful experience for the users. So after understanding UI, UX, and the difference between UI UX, let's understand the main concept, how UI and UX impact the web design. So both UI and UX are critical to the success of any web design project. So here is how they impact the web design. The first one is first impression. UI plays a significant role in the first impression of the website. A clean, well-organized interface can immediately capture the user's intentions and create a positive perception. Whereas UX ensures that the user's journey is pleasant from the moment they land on the site. If the users can easily navigate and find what they need, they are more likely to stay longer and engage with the content. The second point is navigation and usability. A user-friendly interface guided by well throughout UX principles ensures that the navigation is intuitive. Users should never feel lost or frustrated while trying to accomplish tasks, whether it's browsing, purchasing, or signing up. A bad UX design can make a great UI look efficient, resulting in users leaving the site of frustration. The third point is conversion rate. A combination of great UI UX directly affects conversion rate. For example, a well-designed call to action button along with a smooth user flow can make significantly increase the chances of a user completing a desired action, such as making a purchase or signing up. And bad UI design can confuse users and cause them to abandon the site, while poor UX design make it difficult for user to complete tasks, leading to lower conversion rate. The fourth one is brand loyalty. This is the main one. A consistent UI design helps brand loyalty, identity, and trust. Users are more likely to return to a website that is visually cohesive and easy to navigate. UX influences customer satisfaction, which in turn builds brand loyalty. When users have a positive experience, they are more likely to return and recommend the site to the others. In conclusion, UX and UI design are essential components of the modern web design. While UI focuses on the aesthetics and visual appeal, UX ensures that the website or app functions smoothly and meets the user needs. Both elements work together to create a seamless and engaging user experience, which is the key to the success of any digital product. So, congratulations on completing the web design basics course. You have taken a big step in leveraging web design to enhance your project management skills. Now it's time to put your learning into actions. Try integrating your web design concept into your workflows and experiment with the layouts to optimize project efficiency. Thank you.
Staying ahead in your career requires continuous learning and upskilling. Whether you're a student aiming to learn today's top skills or a working professional looking to advance your career, we've got you covered. Explore our impressive catalog of certification programs in cutting-edge domains, including data science, cloud computing, cybersecurity, AI, machine learning, or digital marketing. Designed in collaboration with leading universities and top corporations, and delivered by industry experts, choose any of our programs and set yourself on the path to career success. Click the link in the description to know more.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.